Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to ShortSalePowerHour.com. I'm Kevin
nice
Kaufman.
shirt.
Thank you. Fred Weaver. We're Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team. Probably the best Words with Friends players in the entire state of Arizona.
Ooh, that's a challenge.
why
I'd go out and say the country. I've only found one person that can really beat me more times than I beat them. And I'm evening that score on them right now.
But, all right, so country, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already determined that Lawrence is really smart.
Yeah, he is. But I'm on a 3-game winning streak with him, I
Are you?
believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, maybe not by the time this airs. But anyway. All right, so
He's
Kevin,
clobbering me right now in our current game.
I got a few printouts here today. And you know what? It's just what's going on in the news right now. I don't necessarily want to get into deep details on all this, partly because I haven't read the articles from start to finish.
Partly because it doesn't matter.
And partly because it doesn't matter.
But people want to know about
there's a trend, and I want to talk about the trend.
Okay.
And the trend is an increased number of lawsuits or things being settled in and out of court between attorneys and banks and investors and homeowners, and there's a lot of that going on. So the first one that I was reading actually is an article that was written last week, and it was talking about Wells Fargo specifically and how they've settled with a mortgage loan case with Arizona homeowners, as well as other homeowners around the country.
Right.
But this article has to do with the portfolio of pick-a-pay loans, or what were called at Washington Mutual option arms. Okay.
I just laugh at the pick-a-pay loans
Pick-a-pay's
that
funny.
Wachovia
Yeah,
owns.
well, Wachovia called
I mean,
it
anytime
pick-a-pay.
you got World Financial Group representatives out giving loans to people, well, something bad's going to happen.
Yeah. So, anyway, the option arm, pick-a-pay, whatever you want. It was called
Same.
option arm, right? Or am I misnaming
I always
that?
called it an option arm. That's
Yeah, it was
the
the
way I
option arm.
refer-
That was, well, WAMU came out with the product first.
My
Everybody followed them.
countrywide option arm that I short sold last year, that was an option arm.
Oh, was it?
I called it an option arm. Actually, in the option.
Well,
actually-
everyone's really an option arm.
Yeah, I mean, I had the option to pay it or not
the
pay it.
arm or not.
I
This one
actually-
just gives you more options.
I actually personally chose the option of not paying.
Yeah, awesome. So the idea here is that Wells Fargo settled a case with their old loans through the Wachovia Group and Golden West Corporation.
Yeah.
And basically, Attorney General Terry Goddard in Arizona, which, big
He's
Attorney
running
General.
for governor, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he might be, yeah.
I
So
hope he
he
wins.
was kind of behind all this and everything. But anyway, what's happened is that at some level, Wells Fargo didn't feel really confident about that portfolio or pool of loans.
Yeah.
Whether it was because of how they originated, the documentation itself, I don't know.
Can I go out on a limb and say
You can go out on a limb.
just the fact that they've been giving away short sales and giving money to their sellers, doing everything they can to refinance, handing out people's names and addresses and phone numbers who have those loans to real estate agents and title companies all across the country, tells me that they were worried about that pool of loans and they were dying to get rid of them.
And you're specifically talking about Wachovia. was doing
Wachovia,
that.
it's the Wachovia portfolio. They have everybody calls it the Wachovia list. You've probably heard of it, and it's got people's names, phone numbers, addresses, and loan information.
They wanted people literally to
So
go
they
out
wanted
there and say,
agents
hey,
to go
we'll
door knock and prospect
settle on
on them.
this and get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the middle of a Wachovia deal right now. First one in almost 2 years now that we've done.
Yeah, we don't even have a lot.
But I'll tell you, my brother closed a Wachovia deal not too long ago. The amount of money that they gave the seller was substantial.
Wow.
They incentivized the seller to do a short sale.
I love
And
that.
it was substantial.
Yeah, and for those of you, this isn't really the point of the episode today, but
Nah.
since you brought it up,
Yeah.
FHA will do that as well.
Yeah,
If you
because
have an FHA short sale, I believe it's $1,500.
It's,
$1,000.
it's $750, but they'll give you up to $1,000 if you close within
Close in a
3
certain
months or
period.
something like that. Yeah.
Wow, who'd have thought? No, banks don't want to do short sales. They'd rather foreclose.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, ask the FHA and Wachovia. They're incentivizing homeowners by giving them money for doing a short
Well, a
sale.
couple years ago, Aurora started offering their sellers 2% of the purchase
That
price.
was awesome.
That didn't last long. But
Yeah, it must have been a special investor, but I remember that letter that
I'm
we
sure
got.
that's probably before Julie took over.
So anyway, what also is going on in here is that the Ohio Attorney General, so very similar to Terry Goddard's position in Arizona, the Ohio Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against GMAC around their foreclosure stuff, and specifically Ally Financial.
Right.
So it's very interesting. It's one
That's a
thing.
trend.
It's a trend going on right now that we're seeing there. I mean, with the B of A, GMAC, Chase, and then this whole judicial foreclosure thing that's gone on out there that we talked about last week. Them halting foreclosures in those 23 judicial states, and now we're seeing attorney generals in Arizona and Ohio, and I'm sure there's more. I don't spend that much time on the internet looking this stuff up, but I want to stay informed at a certain level. But it's a trend that's going on right now. And I think what we're seeing is that this is going to change the shape of some stuff that's going on in our market. Now, is it going to make short sales easier? No, I'm not saying that. Is it going to apply to every single loan you do with these banks? No, I'm not saying that. I'm simply just saying that there are certain pockets and pools of loans in certain states where there's going to be some action legally on them, and it's going to have an effect. And the more important piece here, and I think I might have mentioned this on Monday when I was a little fired up talking about agents, the more important thing is that real estate agents, you've got to know your profession, and you've got to know what's going on. Because homeowners out there are reading the news and they're hearing this stuff from their local media news outlets, and they're trying to figure out how it applies to them, what applies to them, and naturally they hear it and they just assume that, oh, Wells Fargo's doing that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to get started again on how important it is for you as an agent to educate yourself so that way you can educate your clients. Do not be disempowered and just listen to what the media says. Here's the deal. Kathleen Rieger in Arizona is not the authority on real estate, nor is any other reporter, you guys. You have got to go out and dig for the information. If I hear one more agent, and I mean it, one more time, I'm going to snap if I hear another agent talk about foreclosures being halted in Arizona when there aren't actually foreclosures in Arizona. I'm going to freaking snap. I might actually punch somebody in the nose.
Okay, that's good.
So educate yourself. Empower yourself and give that information to your clients so you can serve them better.
Well, while Kevin exits the screen right now to go find some help and counseling, I'm going to wrap it up. But, guys, I hope you get what we're saying here is that it's not about really all these lawsuits. We're not going to sit here on this show and get into the details. We want to help you close short sales, but do it more effectively with your clients. The point of today's episode is to say be aware of what's going on out there and make sure you set the record straight when you're talking to your clients. Make sure they understand what's really going on, what's true, and what's made up. So anyway, let's wrap it up. Ready to go?
One.
Oh, you're on the phone back there? Oh, I'm sorry. He's on the phone. He's already making an appointment. 1, 2, 3. Short sale power hour. Short sale power hour. Crush it.